Hello, hello. We are doing some free marketing audits for members of the Online Therapist group in Facebook. This is a free group that you can join. And one of the questions that we got, I'm going to do probably two in this one, is are there any common blind spots you see for therapists trying to grow a niche online private pay practice? So, two things already that she pointed out that I think are important to look at. And one is she said a niche that is critically important for marketing. And what I mean by that is not that you need to only see one type of client and you need 40 certifications to prove that you're a specialist with seeing that client. I mean that you need to know at least one sort of client that you do amazing work with, and you need to be able to speak to their hearts in your copy. And you need to know what words they're searching for on Google so that you can use those words in your copy. Okay, so already that's one thing that she's doing really right, and you should grab onto that too. The second piece about blind spots, yes, big, big yes. And the primary one is that therapists are seeing people online talk about how to market products, and they're taking that and applying it to their therapy practice, which is a totally different type of product than what they're seeing getting marketed online. And it needs a different way of being marketed to be successful. So, for example, I see therapists hiring out SEO or trying to become like basically baby influencers on social media because they think that that's how to get clients. But getting clients as a therapist, any service provider, is much simpler. You just need to accomplish two things. One is to get found by the clients that you want to see and who love to see you. Get found. The second is, once found, to get picked by those clients. And the way that we do this is we need to get people to find you in one of three ways: either SEO, AEO, and I'll explain both, or relationship marketing. SEO is search engine optimization, and it is the way we get found online through people Googling. And this used to be the primary way that we would lean into marketing. It's always taken way longer to get traction. For example, if you did a bunch of SEO work, you could have expected to get results in 9 months to 12 to 14 months. It's always been a longer term game. But now we're seeing that it's really, really hard to win at SEO because we've got big companies with big budgets who are trying to win for the same search terms that you are. So, anxiety in Austin, Texas, these big companies that have millions and millions and billions of dollars to pay somebody to write a bajillion blogs and to pay for ads and to pay for people to do insane SEO stuff on the back end, we just can't compete with that. So my strategy for therapists is to do the basic SEO. That's totally DIY. You don't need anybody to help you with that. And in fact, a lot of times when therapists hire SEO experts, things go awry. I can talk about that in another video if that would be helpful, because those experts don't tend to understand how therapy practices work, particularly therapy practices where you're seeing clients online outside of just your local area. Trying to win SEO when you have an online practice is often not a good move. We can talk more about that if that's useful information to you. So we've talked SEO. My strategy is to do some really basic, I call it baby SEO because I'm terrible at naming things, really basic stuff that's better for you to DIY than for you to send out to somebody else. The second is AEO, and this is super easy to win right now. Excuse me while I plug my laptop in, because big tech can't compete there yet. And we can talk more about that as well, if that would be helpful. And then the third way is through just relationships that you're building. And a big blind spot that I see there too. One is therapists think that they should build relationships with other therapists, which is fine. That's fine. But other therapists tend not to be as good at referring to you as adjacent professionals like gynecologists, endocrinologists, general healthcare physicians, functional med doctors, acupuncturists, massage specialists. Like those people refer. they don't feel any competition with you. So they're more likely to refer to you. And you can build those relationships via clients you're already seeing. You can ask those clients, hey, who are you seeing that you feel like is extremely trustworthy and good at their job? Because I'm looking for people to refer to. And I'd also like to collaborate on your care with that person if you feel like they're good and could provide some useful information. Okay. The second piece is that therapists tend to feel like they can only do relationship marketing with people who are in their local area, and that's just not true. So, a little super hack that I have used in the past is when I'm thinking about what city, let's say in Florida, that I want to target with my marketing, I will go into the local Facebook groups for that city, let's say Naples, Florida. And I will say, hey, I'm a therapist. I provide therapy for people in Naples, and I need to know some of the great healthcare providers that I could be referring my clients to because I don't live there. I don't know the people there. Help your girl out. Like, do you know good endocrinologists? Do you know good psychiatrists? Who would you recommend? These are the sort of clients that I typically see. Like, they're struggling with anxiety, they struggle with trauma. I want practitioners who you know and trust who can deal with those kinds of things. And then you get actual names of people in that community, and you can reach out to them and say, hey, Mary Beth in the local Facebook group told me that you were amazing at treating people with anxiety. And that's who I treat in my practice. And I'm looking for people to refer to. I'm seeing clients in Naples, or I'm starting to see clients in Naples. Can we get on a 10-minute call so I can get to know you a little bit better? That's it. Okay. So that's traffic. That's getting found. SEO, AEO, and relationship marketing. With social media, and I shouldn't throw YouTube in here, but I'm gonna just for the sake of this conversation. Think about social media as accomplishing, not getting found. That's really not what it does for us. You can think of it more about accomplishing one of two goals. Either your prospective client has already found you and they want to make sure you're legit. So they're going to Google you. Maybe Google stalking, if you want to call it that. They're going to Google you and see, do you exist anywhere but where they found you? And social media like Facebook has mad organic SEO. And so that your name, if it's associated with, let's say, a Facebook business profile, is going to pop up early in the search. They're going to click on it. And as long as you don't say anything totally wackadoodle that would turn them off on that Facebook business page, they're going to be like, okay, this person actually exists. I'm going to book with them. So your goal for, let's say, your Facebook business page is just to have enough there. It does not have to be recent. To just have enough there that if somebody checks to make sure that your values aligned or that you really exist or that you're not catfishing them, right? That they see something there that represents you. So it could literally be 20 posts and you never touch it again. That's it. We're not trying to get people into our therapy practice with social media because you would have to turn into an influencer to do that, and it still probably wouldn't be worth your time. The second thing that social media can do is warm people up who are almost ready to start therapy, but maybe they're just having a little bit of hesitation. And the place that I suggest doing this is YouTube. And the reason is that YouTube content is forever. It doesn't disappear, like Instagram reels or things like that. It doesn't disappear, stories. And it's searchable. So if somebody goes online and they say, like, how do I de-escalate a panic attack? And you have a video about how to de-escalate a panic attack, they have now found you through YouTube, but also you could have that YouTube video on your website. So somebody who lands on your website and they're like, I'm thinking about therapy. This person seems cool. And then they watch that video and they're like, yes, for sure. They know what they're talking about. And then they click the button. Okay. So we've talked about getting found, and we've slid into talking about getting picked and how you can kind of warm people up who might be in an earlier stage of change with some content. YouTube content, blogs, longer specialty pages, at least 1,000 words, y'all. At least 1,000 words. I know it's not fun to write 1,000 words, but at least 1,000 words. Now, once they're on your website, so they've found you, some important things about getting picked. The website copy on your specialty page needs to speak directly to their soul. You need to be calling out the pain that they feel, what they're hoping will be on the other side of therapy, and give examples that they're going to relate to. So it's not enough to say, are you struggling with anxiety? Anxiety can be in your mind or it can be in your body. Here are the symptoms. That's like old school way. You can have that lower on the page. Early in the page, you need to be calling out examples like, does this feel familiar? You wake up in the morning and immediately you feel like there's a weight on your chest, and 10,000 to do items are going through your mind, but they're going so fast you can't even pull them out of the ether, much less prioritize which one you should do first. And you just feel paralyzed. So you get on YouTube and you watch 10 videos in a row. Not speaking from experience, right? Like, so the more specifically you can call out what they're experiencing in their life, the more trust they're going to feel that you're going to get them. And when it comes to private pay marketing, this is very different from insurance marketing. Insurance marketing, people are looking for somebody who generally is going to get it, and they're looking for cost. Are you covered by my insurance? Is the copay low enough? If somebody is looking for the perfect fit therapist, they're willing to pay privately if they're capable of that. So they're looking to make sure you fit, not just like, do you have a degree? Like maybe if you were looking for an insurance-based therapist, you'd be like, okay, do they have a degree? Have they ever worked with anxiety? Okay, good enough, right? If I'm paying out of pocket, I want to make sure that I am actually saving time and money by getting somebody who's going to get me really early in the treatment process and help me quickly, like within 3 years. So I hope that those things helped. Copy is super duper important. And it's important that you don't send that out for somebody else to do. We can help you to make it sound good, but your personality and your understanding of your ideal client is the thing that moves the needle. Like anybody can help you edit it. I can help you edit it. My AI bots can help you edit it. A copywriter can help you edit it. But you have to come up with the meat of it. And I'm happy to help you do that. There is a free training series coming up. I will drop the links below if you would like to sign up. If you're watching this later, months go by, we will replace that link with a interest list for you to sign up for the next time that we host a free marketing training. I do it at least once a year. It is 10 hours of free marketing training because I really want to help you guys to have the autonomy and sovereignty and freedom to run the practice that you want to run. Have a great day. Hope that was helpful.